she say?
JR.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports. This is the Who's Up Next podcast.
And I do that every time, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, JR, a.k.a. the big fella. The Candyman could not make it to the show today. You know, our prayers are with him. He's going through some things with the family and everything that's going on in life. And they have a wedding to go to out in Florida. So we just making the thing happen because, you know, we got to take care of what we got to take care of for the people. And but we do have a special guest today, Ben Parker, Green Valley High School, QB1, fresh off his performance yesterday at Utah Tech. So we're going to have him on the show, be touching bases with him throughout. We got a whole bunch going on today, a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Man, say a few words for the people.
Man, it's good to be out here. It's good to be on the show. Talk to the fans, see what you guys have to say. I'm just excited to be here today.
So tell us, you know, Green Valley has undergone a coaching change. What's that like?
And yeah, Coach Bill Powell, he's coming out of California, Southern California. He was the president of the football thing out there, but he's a really good guy. I'm excited for this year. We got new opportunities, and our team's looking real good. We're coming home with state for sure.
Okay. Where's your old head coach?
Coach Morrow. If I'm not wrong, he moved to, man, I forgot.
Well, I know he's up in Washington.
Yes, Washington.
I can't remember the name of the school. You know the name of the school?
No, I do not. But I did talk to him the other day. He's doing good. He likes the school that he's at. He said the talent's different out there, but hey, I believe that he can make sure his team's good for this year.
Okay.
So best of luck for Coach Morrow.
Is there any I know your counterpart, Big E, is gone for right now, doing some things. He'll be at camp sometime over the next week or so. You know, we had you guys in the magazine, the dynamic duo. We know that, you know, I know that it's not just the two of you guys because you guys also have Trey Glasper at DB wide receiver, Theo Equiline, receiver slot. All right.
Plays everything. He's a
you
dog.
Guys, running back. Esteban Martinez.
Yes, sir.
All right. OC. I know it's Johnson. What's his first name?
Max Johnson.
Max Johnson of Green Valley. Who would you say is your biggest competition coming up on this new season?
I'm gonna have to say Harriman and Faith. That's our only competition this year that we really have to worry about. Harriman is our first game, so we're gonna make sure that we're ready for our first game. So I'm excited for that.
Cool. All right, man. Let's get into this first video, Hit World. You know, we bring it to you every time, and then we're going to come back with more from Benjamin Parker, and we'll get at that. Let's go.
From the gutter, di nila alam kung ba't ako nasa dilim. Di nila alam kung paano ba papansinin. Mga kaaway ko lagi na lang nakatingin. Di nila alam kung paano ka babarilin. Mga utak na lang ka pwede din sasapakin. Sabihin mo sa akin kung sino sila alin. Alam ko naman kung ano ang hanap mo. Ibibigay sa'yo kahit na magtampo. Sa aking pangako puro ara na to. Ilang beses na rin sa'kin nangyari to. 24/7 ang aking mga mata. Ibigin mo malalim, ilulunod pa kita. Huwag ka nang mangamba, sa'kin ay ayos na. Planado ang mga araw, niligawan kita. Baby girl, alam mo sa'kin na panis daming pumipilatan, ikaw lang ang umila sa I'm from the gutter. Di nila alam kung ba't ako nasa dilem. Di nila alam kung paano ba papansinin. Mga kaaway ko lagi na lang nakatingin. Di nila alam kung paano ba babarilin.
Hey, that was Hit World. You know what I'm saying? We keep it hot all the time. It's your first time in studio and seeing Hit World live. What do you think?
Man, there was a couple videos that had me in shock because
Hey, I mean, that's what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Hit World is out there just to show people what it's like in all sports because they don't understand. Complete College Prospect has volleyball, basketball, football, softball, baseball, wrestling. Hockey is coming in from Canada and everywhere. So, you know, just showing the parts of the game where athletes are getting, you know, what's really being put on the line. Because you guys go out there. I think a lot of people, you know, you always hear the couch surfers, the people in the stands that you know, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but there never was people that always have something to say about how the coaches coach, how players play, and you men and women go out there and bust your butt, and they don't see the price that's paid. So Hit World is out there for entertainment. Of course, the hits are shocking. Rugby is crazy. We didn't have any in that one, but the hits are shocking and everything. But at the same time, you know, we're hoping that the fans get a chance to understand what you guys put on the line from a young age to the end of your time. You know, myself as a retired professional athlete, I personally get irritated trying to explain it to people because everybody thinks that you're just playing the game. But they don't understand the consequences. And it doesn't matter what it is. People in golf, like Tiger Woods, I think has had like 8 back surgeries.
you know, crazy.
Baseball players, pitchers, everything, shoulders, knees. It doesn't really matter the sport, what the sport is. There's a lot of punishment in it. So Hit World was created to give a little entertainment, but also let people understand the price that everybody's paying and that respect is deserved, even from the people that are just stars all the way to the last person on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's most definitely a toll on your body at the end of like your career. And if you really love what you do, like the sport, you're gonna do it either way. You're gonna take the punishment and you're just gonna accept the outcome of it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely think that a lot of people don't get it. You know, we got comments in there. So Willie on the Let's Go. Let's see. Welcome to the show. Good to see you all. It's been a long time, you know what I'm saying? And again, Candyman will be back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the thing about this show is we're normal people. Doesn't matter what we've done for careers and everything like that. We're normal people on the show representing everybody else out there that are normal people. We go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple weeks in there where I was going through things. At one point with the loss of my sister to a drunk driver. And other stuff like that had me on the ropes. My brother going through what he's going through, and we support him wholeheartedly. And, you know, being on this show without him and having our first in-studio guest without him is like peanut butter with no jelly. You know what I'm saying? It's different for sure. That's my right-hand man. So, but yeah, like we happy to be back too, man. But yeah, let's get to some of the conversation we wanted to talk about on the show today. I just want to get your input, and I want you to be, obviously we want you to be careful with what's going on out there and the things that, you know, athletes should say, not say, whatever. So let's talk about the NCAA. The first thing we got up is, let me remove that comment real quick. First thing we got up is the discussion of the rule change to allow unlimited transfers without having to sit out at all. That's a new rule that the NCAA has brought up this summer. I definitely feel like that's going to have enormous consequences to athletes that are coming in from the high school level and recruitment as a whole. We'll get your opinion on it.
The unlimited transfers, man, that's going to make it really hard for the high school players, because if you're already in college and you're not getting the playing time that you want, you could just transfer anywhere you want to get the playing time. So as a high school athlete like me, going into my senior year, it just makes it way harder for us seniors to get recruited, because there's already people in front of us that are college ready. So that will make it way harder for high school athletes, in my opinion.
And I agree, and there's a couple more that are coming up that are going to be even worse for high school recruiting. There's a lot of guys that don't know that this is coming. We pay attention. There's a lot of guys that are getting these college offers recently. We're seeing them like skyrocket, boom, 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 back to back to back, but they don't know that this is coming. And the unlimited transfer without sitting out. A lot of kids don't know that some schools are making offers with the idea that someone that transferred in is having to sit for a little bit. But now these kids won't have to do that. So I think some of these offers are going to be non-committable over the next 4 or 5 months as these things pan out. Let's go into, Naughty Bohemia. Oh, this from earlier said it's not just a game, it's career for those that want to play. The punishment takes a toll for sure. That's facts. Let's see. Emmanuel, Jules, what's good? What's good with you, brother? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm doing everything today. Like I said, Candyman ain't in the building, so I gotta, roll between everything. But let's go to the next thing on we had spoken, me and Candyman was talking about the Super League that the NCAA was talking about making, which would take I think it's the top 80 teams. And then every year, 8 would drop out and 8 would move up. The bottom 8 drop out, another 8 from the other divisions moves in. How do you feel about that?
Well, in my opinion, it's just like high school right now. For Vegas, at least, it's 5A1, 5A2. So it's basically the same complex scenario. So in my opinion, I feel like that's reasonable.
All right, hold on, man. I got to take down the NCAA thing. They couldn't see our faces. So, I'm not that beautiful, but you're a handsome young man. So we're going to keep rolling with that. I think the Super League has its pluses and minuses, but I think some of these other rules that have been put in place are definitely there to enhance what that's going to be like. And I think the unlimited transfer is guaranteeing that they're going to have the best players moving in and out into the Super League for the NCAA. This next rule that we're going to bring up is something that they just did. It's a done deal. And that is that they will be giving not the transfer. This one should be, we need that other one. So the other one is that they're giving out an extra year. If you were in school, it was supposed to be up there as being stupid. If you were in school from, you had to miss a year from 2019 to today, you're given an extra year of eligibility.
Is that COVID purposes?
It is not. It is something that they just decided for whatever reason. The NCAA decided that, and like I said, it's been maybe about a month ago that they went through with this, and that's that any athlete that has missed time from 2019 to today will have the ability to have an extra year of eligibility.
Wow, that's giving opportunities for the people that missed out on that year that they could have been better than the person in front of them. So just an opportunity.
It absolutely it is. But if you think about the ripple effect of that, say that it's somebody that is currently maybe they're a sophomore this year or a freshman this year, they're involved in that can give them up to 5 years of eligibility. That can give them up to 5 years. That can affect 5 years down the line. So that would technically affect freshmen that are coming in this coming up year. That might hurt their recruitability. Plus you add in the Super League, plus you add in the unlimited transfers and then the transfer portal. I think we have a problem.
That is true. I agree with that because it's making it way harder for high school athletes to get recruited because it's giving more opportunities for the people that's already been through the recruiting situation and getting recruited and being in college. So I agree with that.
Because I would assume they didn't say this, so I'll have to do a little more research. But what I did, I believe that it goes from 19 to today. So 25s, 26s, 24s, they're not going to be involved in that. So it'll have a 5-year window-ish. But I definitely think the damage will be done. The transfer portal as a whole makes it hard for colleges to, let's not say that. For the D1 and D2 colleges, the D1 AA's, it makes it a little harder for them to recruit at the high school level. I was talking with my partner about the fact that there's a lot of kids with a lot of offers, but I want to say this, unless you can turn around to the coach and say, Coach, I want to commit, and they just say yes, it's not a committable offer. A lot of these coaches make and don't blame the coaches. This is what they're supposed to do. They cast a wide net in hopes of capturing somebody that's on their radar. Now, whether you are on their board in the top 10, top 20, or just someone they like and they see potential to do something with you, either way, it's a blessing to have it. And it says a lot about you as an athlete. But unless you shoot your shot, turn to your coach, turn to one of these coaches and say, hey, coach, I want to commit right now. I hate to go down the decommit type of situation, but a lot of athletes commit because they want to lock something in, and then they might decommit later on if they get another offer. I'm not going to tell you not to do that because realistically, coaches do it all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was good. This is really a business. It's a business. It's always been a business, but I think now parents and kids are starting to see the other side of this thing and what it's really like. And so I say, if you have an opportunity to commit to somebody, you should commit to somebody. But I don't know what's your opinion on that.
I was actually talking with Trey the other day about committing before your senior year. And honestly, I agree with that because if you commit before your senior year, it makes more colleges look at you, and it's locking you down with the college that you're committing to. So it just gives you an opportunity because you're already committed to the college, which means you're going to go to the college after your senior year. So I agree with committing. For the people that have offers that aren't committing yet, I think you should think about committing.
So how do you feel about, signing day doesn't really change outside of the excitement for those few athletes, the excitement of picking at someone on that day. But if we're being honest, you're going to have to be top 20 in your position, no matter what your sport is. You have to be top 20, best in the country, best in the world in some cases. And then I think that you end up with the opportunity to put 4 or 5 hats on the table and pick what school you're going to go to. Outside of that, I think the safest bet, this is me personally, I think the safest bet is commit. Commit to somewhere you really want to go. Commit to somewhere that has the degree that you want to take. You know what I'm saying? Commit to somewhere that you like the coaching staff, that you have the ability to play, things like that. Make that commitment, if you can, before your senior year. It'll take some of the stress off. I always tell kids, back when the NCAA, they no longer require standardized testing. So, schools do, but the NCAA doesn't. But I used to tell it when they did, I used to tell kids, take it your freshman year, see what you score. Maybe you can put get that monkey off your back and move that away so you got to think about it. You could just kind of focus on everything else. I kind of feel the same way about committing to a school. If you commit to a school before your senior year, you could really go out and play whatever it is, running track, baseball, softball, soccer, football, whatever it is, do what you have to do and showcase your best with no stress.
I do agree with that because it's just giving you more of a comfort zone to just play how you want to play and put up the numbers that you want to put up and put up the film that you want to put up. And if more offers come in that you have second guesses about committing to, well, you have that time to think about it at the end of the season.
All right. I'm going to get into a commercial, and then we're going to come back with more with Ben Parker, QB1, Green Valley High School. Let's go. If I could get over there.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. 999. Waiting for the exhale. I toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil.
Hey, welcome back. Again, it's your boy, JR, a.k.a. the big fella out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Got my boy over here next to me, Ben Parker, QB, Green Valley High School. So let's talk about, we did the NCAA thing. Let's talk about what you've been doing over the summer. We know that you went out to Portland for the Northwest Showcase, all those big schools out there. And then you just came back yesterday from Utah Tech. Give us some insight.
I'll start with Western Oregon. It was really nice out there, actually. I met a lot of people out there, made a lot of connections. I just had a blast out there balling, perfecting my craft. Made, like I said, a lot of connections with the coaches. So I'm looking forward to talking to those coaches soon. And then,
Who did you get a chance to talk to out there?
I talked to Western Oregon, one of those coaches, and then Pacific. And then I talked to one of the Oregon Ducks coaches. And as long as you're making connections, that's really what's most important to like football wise. So I was excited for that. And then yesterday I went to Utah Tech. It was good out there. It was really hot. The field was like 117 degrees. It was burning my feet. But there was a lot of competition out there. I liked it. The coaches had a lot to talk about after the camp, so I was excited to talk to the coaches, Coach Clark, Coach Jameson Clark too, and then Coach Patrick. It's just always good to be out at Utah Tech. I love the people out there. It's a nice area. It's just like Las Vegas. So I was excited to be out there.
I saw that they had a kid from Del Sol out there. He fresh. It's his first year coming up, right?
I'm pretty sure. I think so.
Okay. Hey, check out Utah Tech, man. They doing big things. That coaching change is crazy. A lot of ex-Stanford people, things like that. Like that coaching change is nuts up there. Bringing down Coach Clark from BYU, everything like that. That's madness. So we're gonna deal with it. Let's talk about Green Valley, right? So, what's the numbers we looking for this season?
Man, in the area, I'm trying to at least have 3,500. I got Trey Glasper, I got Evan Williams, I got Theo. I know they're gonna ball. I know they're gonna go get the ball from me. So I most definitely want to have at least 3,500 in the air. On the ground, I'm trying to push 800 to 1,000. We're running a lot of RPOs. I'm excited for that. Green Valley is looking real nice this year.
So here's my thing, right? You just put out there, y'all run a lot of RPOs telling top secrets. I mean, they only top secret to the first game.
Yeah, to the
but
game.
But do you feel comfortable saying that because you feel like there's nothing anybody can do about it?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all not gonna be able to handle me in the backfield, especially with Estamar. You guys won't know what to do. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's a lot of talk. There's some solid teams out there. You got Shadow Ridge is dangerous. They just came back down from 5A. It's just my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to say anything. It's my opinion. Shadow Ridge, solid. Silverado was a 2-time state champ. Got a brand new head coach over there with Anthony Barilla. Got a Power 5 wide receiver. Let's see. You got Faith. Faith is a monster just always. You know what I'm saying? They barely missed moving up, right? Because the two teams that moved up was Basic.
They were actually number 2, and then they lost like one of the last playoff, not the playoff games, like one of the last season games to get dropped down right below that. So they almost got bumped up.
So Foothill Basic gone.
Yep.
So what's the two teams that are moving up from below you guys?
Legacy and some other team, but
no thoughts about them, just no worries.
Legacy, they only have Dom over there, and we only have to worry about Dom. So if I'm being honest, Legacy is not even in the picture.
Hey, look, I like to see a good game. So if the young man is saying what he's saying, you guys got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care who's playing who, that 5A division. I believe that truly outside of Bishop Gorman, Liberty's just a monster. We're not going to, in Vegas, people tend to, want to push Gorman out, but you can't do that. And then Liberty there's a reason that Coach Morocco over there has been runner-up in the division and now second team in state since the 5A conversion, since like 2008 or somewhere in there, 2009. Liberty is somebody to be reckoned with. They got some solid athletes over there. I believe that what was seen over at Utah Tech, that there was some quality in the Liberty players and everybody else that was there. Arborview took the 7-on-7 tournament. I think Vegas is just one of those hotbeds that's looking all right. Definitely coming along. A lot to do to get where they're trying to go. But in that 5A D2, predict on the record. What do you think y'all gonna be this year?
I'm gonna say, are we saying season record or overall
Season record? Season record. We already know. You already claimed it, state champ. So season record.
My goal is obviously to go undefeated, but if anything, it's 8-1.
Okay, who's the one?
Harriman.
Harriman.
That's probably no other team.
They're about Utah, right?
Yep.
All right, Harriman. First game. All right, well, everybody gonna be watching for that one. All right, man. Let's get into. There was a couple other things I want to discuss. Oh, so again, talk about things you want to talk about. Don't talk about things you don't want to talk about. Stuff like that. But this right here, we did want to announce that Complete College Prospect was given an award in their own day from the city of Nevada. The state of Nevada, city of Las Vegas. Complete College Prospect was awarded June 1st as Complete College Prospects Day. And I think that's great for everything that they do in the community and helping the kids of the state of Nevada to uplift their grades and things like that, not just in sports, but everything else in their life. So, congratulations on that side. Obviously not to you.
I need a soundboard in here.
Huh?
I need a soundboard in here with the little claps.
With the little clap. All right, I'll let the Candy Man know about that. All right, so here goes this other thing, man. Let me see what's this one. That was the extra year eligibility. So it's been a lot of conversation going on about recruiting companies, things like that. Complete College Prospect is not a recruiting company. They do exposure and assist with that, parents doing their thing in recruiting and connecting everybody with colleges. So we're not talking about CCP, but there was a post put up by an athlete. Is on his way to college. This post has kind of gone viral. Again, we don't have any personal opinion about this company, but this is a post that came up, and we talk about everything that is high school sports. So let's discuss it. NCSA. This kid, Michael Hobson, said the worst thing he ever did during his recruiting was pay hundreds for this company, the NCSA college recruiting company. Do you have any input on that?
Man, well, when we first moved out to Vegas, my 8th grade year, I had my first ever camp out in California, and I remember they were first starting up their recruiting thing. Everybody was like, "Oh, don't do it, because they're gonna make you pay a whole bunch." And then I just see all these kids keep paying for it, and I'm like, "There's no reason to keep doing it if they're not even helping you out." The only people that really have offers from it is the people that are already top in their divisions and top in their player rankings. So honestly, I don't think that people should be doing it. It's nonsense to me. To be fair, there was a coach that was in the post. His comment said, it may not have worked for this athlete, but it works in the way that it's supposed to, because he does go to NCSA for information on athletes. So what I would say is this, whether it's Prep Red Zone, Complete College Prospect, NCSA, 24/7, Rivals, whoever it is, make sure that the product that is being offered is one that works for you. Understand the product. This is going to be important, because the other big thing that we need to talk about was the fact that the NCAA just passed. They went to court. It was a big thing that happened that is now going to allow colleges to pay athletes. They have up to $20 million a year in this lawsuit now to do what they have to do. And it goes back, I think, to 17 or 18, but now they'll be paying athletes.
with that in mind, I think that you truly have to understand that you cannot, the excuse that you're a child is going to go out the door. It's time to start reading the things that you put your name on, making sure that these contracts work for you, making sure that the people that are repping you are that it matches for you. Some people like Coke, some people like Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? They're basically the same brand as far as the flavor, but some people like one, some people like the other. It's that simple. Some people like Albertsons, some people like Smiths. You know, it's like that. So all of these companies have the ability to help you go where you're trying to go, do the things you're trying to do. But I do feel like you should find what works for you, and make sure, and the connections that they have. You know what I'm saying? QB hit list, another one in that same mix. But they only represent, I think it's QBs, it's receivers and tight ends now.
Quarterbacks, tight ends, receivers. And I'm pretty sure they just started doing running backs, and then I think DBs.
Okay, so they're growing in what they do. So you know, if you're a lineman, you're not going to go over there. If you're not a top 20 in your state guy, 24/7 Sports might not be for you, because they're you know, Rivals too. They use the same. Look, I'll give you some insider stuff right now. Rivals and 24/7 on 3, they all use the same stuff. There you go. If you get rated on one, you pretty much don't go across the board. They all use the same everything. They look to each other, so that's how they find athletes. So top 20, those that you're going to be over there, right? That's money in the bag. They're going to come to you. If you get offers, they're just going to put. I think at one point 24/7 said blatantly, if you get an offer, they're going to rank you. That's all it takes. That you get a strong offer, they're going to rank you. So that's what that side is for. Then you have the QB hit list, is complete college prospect. Everybody else on 11 recruiting. There's some other ones for soccer, like NC. I think it's like NSCL or something like that. There's a bunch of other ones. There's some for softball, baseball, things like that. Find what's the niche that works for you. On some levels, these things will help you get to college. That's not even a question. But you got to find what's right. You know, like I say, what works, what you can afford. I know a lot of people tend to complain about how expensive it is for athletes out there today. Like someone like you, that's because you're also on your way out to Maui, right? For Under Armour.
Yes.
What from an expense standpoint over your career to date, what kind of expenses have your parents and family looked at?
I'm gonna say like it's really expensive for football wise, especially going to camps, like different camps. And then when you get to high school, like the college camps start to, like, you want to go to as much college camps you like as possible. So the money starts racking up for sure. And then like to go to the big camps like UA Next, you really just have to foot the bill to put your name out there and get recognition. So honestly, it's really like, it's an expensive thing.
See, with something like that, I think that parents and athletes need to understand that no different than, it's great for you guys that want to train yourself in your backyard. Nothing to be said about that. But the people that have trainers, if you get a good one, they're moving ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that works, because not only do you get the trainer, but your trainer probably has connections too. Then you have these companies out there that if you're working with these companies, let's say worst case scenario, NCSA might not be pushing a bunch of D1 guys, but their guys go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to knock them. They're still like, they might go JUCO, they might go D3, they might go D2. You know, Division I is a whole other animal. Like I said, if you are top 20 in your state, top 20 in the country, don't worry about that. 24/7 is going to pick you up. That's CBS. They're going to do their thing. It's going to go a different direction for you. But if you're not seeing those invites like Under Armour come to you, Elite 11 come to you, Army Bowl's another big one. If you're not getting those types of invites, or your name's not circulating in some of those circles, then you might need to start stepping it up to some of these other camps, and it's going to cost you. So don't, like, I get it, you know, it's expensive. Parents are definitely like, man, I just want to make sure my money's going to the right places. That's why I say do your research. Research the company, research what they do, what they are offering, and then really dial in, talk to people. If you can't get someone on the phone from one of these companies, and that's CCP included, if you want to speak to someone, you need to, you know, send a message to see if you could get a conversation with people. If if you can't, then that's probably not the company for you. But if you get a phone call, you can get your questions answered, and it's the right company for you to go in the right direction. You need to do that. The number one thing I would say for all these student athletes out there, man, please, by all means, go get yourself registered with the NCAA. Like, it's almost laughable that is even a discussion anymore. Get registered with the NCAA, get your NCAA number, and get a Twitter page. Like cool, have Instagram for you and your friends, TikTok for you and your friends. It's great that you have a Huddle account, but coaches ain't gonna find that all the time. All coaches are on X. You could get in contact with so many coaches from X. You know what I'm saying? And then these other companies just help you get into the right places so that you can get the visits and everything else that you need. But we're not gonna beat that horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's an easy show today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna keep this young man all day. So let's see what we got next. All right, cool. Let's talk about music, right? Absolute must on the playlist for game day. Well, let's start for practice.
Practice. It should be easy, but man, probably any type of Lil Baby, most definitely for practice.
All right, game day.
A good little game day.
Like game day, I just got to go out here and do my thing, and this is the song that's going to set me in that place.
Yeah. I'll probably have to say Apocalypse by UBK-J-Will. That's a killer song for sure.
Okay.
Get me in that right mindset.
So at your school, I mean, when we were growing up, in high school, we had to dress up for game day. So, we really had to suit the boot it. Not all schools do that nowadays. What is it like for you guys over at Green Valley?
It depends on the game. If it's homecoming, they want us to dress up. So,
well, let me fix that. Tell me what it was in the past, because you don't know what it's like under the new regime. You know what I'm saying? With Coach Powell, to keep Coach Powell's old school coming out of California, he probably gonna have a different way of thinking about it. Tell me what it was like, with a young coach like Coach Morrow that was coming into his own, and now give it to me.
Okay, so let's say last year. Okay, so homecoming was they wanted us to dress up, and then so most of us were in button-up shirts, like slacks and a good belt, good shoes, and then some of us was in suits. So I was pretty cool because I was like the first that we did. And then every other game was every Friday. They wanted us to be in our jersey. Coach Morrow was really strict on that. Like, he wanted us to be in our jerseys. So it was really cool. But I feel like we could do more for dressing up on game day, especially getting on the bus to go on game day. So maybe we could try something different this year. But that's up to the coach. So.
All right, we're going to answer some questions. I was dropping the ball. Like I said, I was into the conversation. I'm telling you, people, you do not understand what it takes to run a show, right? Like it's like having one arm off. I couldn't even work the lights. I had to ask him for some help on doing that. Like, my guy, the Candyman, come up in here. We do our thing. It's like a nice dance team. Everything go click, click, click. Next thing you know, we're on a show. It's a bang up show. Everybody loves it. We're good. We're feeling good after it's done. And here right now, I'm forgetting to go to the comments. Like, now I got to go back and we just going to have a comment session. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't forgot most of the stuff, man. So, Candyman, you get back here as soon as you can, bro, whenever everything's good. All right, man. So, let's see. Naughty Bohemian. I'm assuming this was talking about the NCAA and how it was totally screwing high school athletes over. 100% agree with that. That's a no-brainer. Some of that stuff is going to be good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if it was our kids that were in college right now, we'd be saying that's great. But when it's your kids that are going to be coming up into that scenario, it sucks. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Let's see, SJ Applegren wanted to know, how do you feel about walk-ons? Walk-ons are fantastic. I think walk-ons are going to become less and less, though. If with all these other things going into effect, with the Super League being done, with the extra year, with the ability to transfer with no punishment, all of those things, which are great. Like I'm happy that the NCAA is turning it into more of a corporation than it is. It's always been a corporation, but instead of faking it now and acting like the NCAA, all of us that came up through college and everything else, we dealt with the NCAA, so we know that the NCAA wasn't doing nothing for kids like that. Like, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? It was about the business. That's it. Now they can genuinely do what they're supposed to do for the athletes as partners or employees or whatever. They can do what they're supposed to do and do it right, because it's all part of the corporation. And so I 100% support where it's going. With walk-ons, that's going to become something that probably at least on the D1 level, probably going to go by the wayside, because you have some actual athletes out there that would be willing to go and just be practice squad, as long as they knew that it would. And let me say this: we're talking about some 5 and 4 and 3-star athletes that, if they could go to a Michigan, a Alabama, USC, and know that they that first year they're going to have to just be practice squad, they still going to go sacrifice that 1 year. Guaranteed. So I think on the D1 level, walk-ons are probably going to go away, but below that, I think that walk-ons are fantastic. Some kids fall through the cracks, and they get discovered through being a walk-on, and they turn into amazing athletes that go on to professional sports and broadcasting and everything else. So walk-ons are great. I recommend that for anybody that doesn't get the offers they're looking for. Walk-ons are great. I also recommend prep academies. Take your butt to a prep academy. If you don't get what you're looking for, take 1 more year. Don't till you register as a full-time athlete, your clock doesn't start. Not a full-time student, your clock doesn't start at college. So go to a prep academy, get that extra year in if you can afford it. Again, it's a money thing. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can. Prep academies are a solid place. They don't have to deal with high school rules as far as going to school and everything like that. It's for sports. IMG is essentially a prep academy. School's going to take second fiddle to sports at IMG. So there you go. Let's see what else we got. Naughty Bohemian, love the commercial. It's a fantastic one. And we're so happy that Salsa Squad has come on board with the CCP family. Great foundation. They do a lot of work here in Nevada. It's free, working with linemen, some skills guys. They're at local boxing gyms with their athletes and everything. So shout out to Salsa Squad. Armando Ramirez said, hell yeah, I'm excited for next season, bro. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely for you. Again, the Let's Go GVHS. This is the year to kill it. Can't wait for this season. Only like 10 weeks before the first game. Sweet. Let's see what else we got up in here. Hey, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? HB, go Green Valley. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see y'all play. I really wish, I'm happy that the state of Nevada broke up the 5A division, I think, because there was no parity. Essentially, they were calling the state championship game the regional championship game, which was always, for the most part, between Liberty and Gorman. And I think that kind of was unfair for the rest of the athletes in the city. That's my opinion, but how you feel?
Honestly, it just gave different teams opportunities to win state and give them opportunities to get different looks. So I honestly really was happy when they did that. So it's a good thing that they did that.
So I'm going to bring it up. How do you feel about the fact that here in Nevada, they still are pushing in the direction to kind of push Bishop Gorman out and let them just do a prep like IMG and some other ones just do a prep schedule, no local high school?
I mean, Honestly, with Gorman, they're ready for that national like stage to play everywhere in the country. So for the rest of the teams in Nevada, it just means that you guys have to step up, and you can't let Liberty run the whole state. So for us, it's just a better opportunity for different teams at least, because we know Gorman's going to go. They were national champs this year, so we know that they got it. But for every other team, I feel like it's a good thing for us.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think that Gorman is a monster. They just recruited some of the best talent in the country for this upcoming season. They're going to be scary this year. A national prep schedule, I think benefits them significantly. They're easily at all times, even when they had that slump year, they still are a top five, definitely a top 10 team in the country at almost all times. And they're now on coach. Over the last 5 years, I think they're on their third coaching change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they never miss a beat. They actually seem to be getting better and better, which is crazy. But I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that if everything changes, then it will. Yes, people, you will have to step up. You can't let Liberty run everything. You know what I'm saying? Rich, Morocco's over there. The man's going to leave a legend. You know what I'm saying? When his time is up, I don't know how much longer he's going to coach, but you can guarantee he's going to be in the Nevada High School Hall of Fame, period, point blank, full stop. He's done a lot over there. So it's time for other people to step up. Let's say this, right? So Harriman is the game that you said, you believe you can win, but if there's a loss that you guys take, that would be it. I want to build some drama. What's the game that you just are like, you know what? We just curb stomping that team.
Well, there's a couple teams.
Look, I was just trying to do one, but you go on ahead now.
Wayne Hills, when they come out here, that's our home opener.
Who are they?
They're coming from New Jersey.
Okay, so New Jersey coming out. So you just curb stomping them. There's no stop on that.
Yeah. What else? Sierra Vista, or most definitely, yeah.
Yo, Sierra Vista still got some monsters over there. You know what I'm saying? Like they got that. You're a quarterback, and they got some big linemen. You know what I'm saying?
I know. They must. I know.
So Sierra Vista and the other school, y'all just curb stomp.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, nothing else to be said. They're done.
Yeah. There's no nothing.
Coach Powell.
No nothing.
Your QB is here talking it up, man. So we're going to need y'all. Green Valley, hey, it's that time. I did hear from the coaches out at Utah Tech yesterday that they felt that in the 5A2 division with this young man that Green Valley, that there really wasn't anybody that could stop Green Valley from going to state. So even outside of the Valley, schools are talking about what y'all got going over there with this young man. So don't take it. All you schools that are playing Green Valley this year, come get him. I know Coach Barilla over there at Silverado already said he coming. He's trying to be a dream stopper last game of the season. Yeah, Faith ain't gonna play with y'all either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So if you guys win this year, let's say you win state this year, do you guys bounce up to the 5A division with Gorman in there?
No, we would have to have another winning season the following year. So the team after this year would have to win most of the games to bounce back up to 5A1.
Okay.
If not, they would probably stay in the same division because I don't think we'll drop. They might have a fighting record next year.
Okay.
But shout out to Coach Brilla. That last game, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
All right. Hey, man, we appreciate again, we really thank you guys for coming, being on the show. I know if the Kenny man could say something, one, he left his laptop in Cali. Get my man back his laptop. And then he has some other things going on, but he'll be back. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the dynamic duo in here on the Who's Up Next show. There's a lot of kids out here in the Valley and across the country. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Schwickerath that we have on the show. just got his first offer this week since he was on the show. We got Isabella the Beast. I know she's doing her thing out there in softball, trying to make her way on up the thing. Ethan Manzella in soccer. There's a bunch of kids out there in different sports that are just really pushing to change their lives and achieve their dreams. And we're excited about it here on the show. We love having them. AJ Brown. They're like, God, there's just so many. So we're going to keep showcasing those kids. We're going to keep putting on the Who's Up Next show. We're going to make sure that we are visiting some of these games, talking with athletes where they are. We're going to come out and meet you where you at, whether it's practice or whether it's games. Well, we're not going to be able to get in your school. So, of course, we're not coming in your school. But, yeah, man, we want to make sure that we are giving you a chance to be seen on the Who's Up Next show at all times. Naughty Bohemian said, what about Basic? Y'all play Basic?
Basic. What? We bringing back the Henderson Bowl for sure. We're going to put up at least, I'm going to say 40 on them. Their team this year is not good. I'm sorry.
Yo, Basic is, they got them dogs over there. They crazy.
They're not dogs.
They're not dogs?
The only dog they probably got is probably Doogie. Shout out to Doogie. He's like that. He said he came to Green Valley, though.
Okay. All right, man. So there you've heard it. Green Valley High School, QB1 Ben Parker, discussing football, discussing Utah Tech, discussing Portland State, discussing the NCAA. Shout out to his old head coach, Clay Morrow, up there in Washington State. You know what? Let's find that, man. I don't want to play around with it. That's saying something that you're up there trying to start something at a new school. So he is at it's PHS. What is that?
Go to the account. I know they're the Seahawks. But
Peninsula High School. Peninsula Seahawks up in Washington. Hey, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Clay Morrow up there. Good luck on your season. Do big things. We'll probably get your coach on the show. Maybe some of you players definitely want to see what y'all doing and support you guys up there. Outside of that, anything else? Anybody else you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Not on the top of my head, but the main three things I would probably say to the athletes right now is since the camp yesterday, Coach Anderson did say NCAA number, like that's one of the most important things because if you don't have that, you can't go on to no OVs, no official visits. So I think you guys should have that. And then the second thing is discipline and just stay disciplined to what you do if you really want to be great. Just keep going. Don't let nobody stop you. That's probably it.
So that was the coach over at Utah Tech?
Yes, Coach Anderson.
So you heard it here. No NCAA number, you get no official visits. It's an impossibility. Got to get that NCAA number or you're going to be sitting at home. All right, man. So I'm gonna give him one more shot because he didn't pick up on it. You are the QB1 at Green Valley High School. Is there anybody that you want to shout out? Or anybody's that you would like to shout out?
Well, I want to shout out Trey Glasper, Evan Williams, Theo Edgalang, Esteban Martinez, Coach Bill Powell, Coach Patrick out of Utah Tech, Coach Patterson out of Portland. I want to say thank you to everybody on the show today, too.
All right, we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to whisper it to him.
I want to say thank you to my O-line, Mason Hurd, Vance Bowman, Jaden Gone, Aiden Ploger, and that's it.
You got Bryce over there too, right?
Oh, yeah, Bryce. Hey, my bad, Bryce. Yeah, Bryce Clark.
Okay, and then who's running that whole thing over there on the offense?
What you mean by that?
Well, you thank your head coach. You thank LC?
Thank you, Coach Max Johnson, for everything. Hey, we're going to have a good year this year, most definitely.
Hey, look, we don't let y'all look bad when you come on the Who's Up Next show. At least one of you guys is going to have all the answers when you're on this show, man. We keep having to cheat a little bit to help you out so y'all give out the right answers, man. Y'all can't forget to thank all the people that help you get there. If you're a quarterback, you can't do nothing without that offensive line. That's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, period, point blank. And coaches, you can't do anything without, like, let's not forget kickers and all that other stuff is important. But again, you heard it here, NCAA number. It means everything. Please, ncaa.org. Otherwise, you end up at the NCSA that everybody was just talking about. NCAA.org. Go get your NCAA number, and good luck, man. We're going to see you next week, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was a good show. Definitely like having everybody on here, man. And again, we couldn't do this thing without everybody. You know, we just couldn't. And yeah, man, that's great. All right. Shout out from the big fella. What is it?
Thank y'all. Maybe I'll come back on the show after the season.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you back on the show?
After the season.
All right, cool. All right. Later.